Do you have adrenal fatigue? This is a question that many wellness influencers will ask in their YouTube videos. But my question is, are they misleading you by talking about adrenal fatigue in the first place? Hey, I'm Matthew. I'm a qualified biochemist with an interest in health and science, and in this video I'll explore the claims made about adrenal fatigue and whether you should be concerned about it at all. Adrenal fatigue is a term that has gained popularity in certain alternative medicine circles in recent years, often described as a condition where chronic stress leads to the exhaustion of the adrenal glands, resulting in symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, difficulty sleeping, and cravings for salty or sweet foods. However, while many people claim to suffer from adrenal fatigue, the mainstream medical community doesn't actually recognize adrenal fatigue as a legitimate diagnosis. Instead, medical professionals acknowledge conditions like adrenal insufficiency, which is a well-documented and a serious disorder. So, does adrenal fatigue actually exist, or is it a misinterpretation of other underlying health issues? Let's examine the science and what studies say about this debated condition. So we need to start with the adrenal glands. These are small triangular-shaped glands located on top of the kidneys. They play a crucial role in producing hormones such as cortisol, adrenaline, and aldosterone, which regulate metabolism, blood pressure, and the body's response to stress. The hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or the HPA axis, is the system that governs the release of these hormones. When the body perceives stress, the hypothalamus signals the pituitary gland in the brain, which in turn signals the adrenal glands to release the stress hormone cortisol. This process helps the body cope with stress by increasing glucose availability, suppressing non-essential functions, and enhancing focus and your energy levels. The concept of adrenal fatigue suggests that chronic stress forces the adrenal glands to work excessively, eventually leading to their exhaustion and an inability to produce adequate cortisol. However, scientific evidence supporting this theory is weak at best. The Endocrine Society, which represents literally thousands of hormone-related specialists all across the world, has explicitly stated that there is no scientific proof for the existence of adrenal fatigue. A review published in the journal BMC Endocrine Disorders in 2016 analyzed over 50 studies on the topic and found no substantial evidence linking chronic stress to measurable adrenal exhaustion or dysfunction beyond what is seen in clinically recognized conditions such as adrenal insufficiency. Further studies measuring cortisol levels in individuals who claim to suffer from adrenal fatigue have yielded inconsistent results. Some studies report slightly altered cortisol patterns, but not in a way that definitively indicates adrenal exhaustion. Instead, these variations may reflect other issues in the body, such as disruptions in circadian rhythm, poor sleep quality, or psychological stress disorders. While adrenal fatigue is not recognized as a medical condition, adrenal insufficiency is a well-documented disorder. Primary adrenal insufficiency, also known as Addison's disease, occurs when the adrenal glands are damaged and simply cannot produce sufficient hormones. Secondary adrenal insufficiency results from dysfunction in the pituitary gland in the brain, which fails to signal the adrenals properly. These conditions are diagnosed through lab tests measuring cortisol, ACTH or adrenocorticotropic hormone, and electrolyte levels. Unlike adrenal fatigue, adrenal insufficiency has clear diagnostic markers, including extremely low levels of cortisol and high levels of ACTH in primary adrenal insufficiency. Patients often experience profound fatigue, weight loss, low blood pressure, and darkened skin patches, among other severe symptoms. The symptoms attributed to adrenal fatigue, such as tiredness, difficulty concentrating, mood swings, sleep disturbances, are all real symptoms, but they may stem from other, better understood medical conditions. Some of the more likely explanations include chronic fatigue syndrome, a complex disorder characterized by consistent, unexplained fatigue lasting longer than 6 months. The exact cause of this is unknown, but it involves immune, neurological, and hormonal dysregulation. Burnout syndrome, a psychological condition resulting from prolonged workplace or emotional stress, leading to exhaustion, cynicism, and decreased performance. Sleep disorders, poor quality sleep, insomnia, and sleep apnea can lead to chronic fatigue and disrupted cortisol rhythms. Thyroid dysfunction, hypothyroidism, or low thyroid hormone levels can cause similar symptoms to those attributed to adrenal fatigue, including tiredness, weight gain, and brain fog. Depression and anxiety disorders. These mental health conditions can significantly impact energy levels, motivation, and cognitive function. Despite the lack of scientific validation, many people claim to feel better after following adrenal fatigue protocols, which often include lifestyle changes, dietary adjustments, and supplementation. This can be explained by the placebo effect or by the general health benefits of these lifestyle changes. Many adrenal support supplements contain vitamins like B12, vitamin C, and magnesium, nutrients that can improve energy levels if someone is deficient. Reducing stress, improving sleep, exercising moderately, and following a nutritious diet are all beneficial strategies, regardless of whether adrenal fatigue is a real condition or not. However, some supplements promoted for adrenal fatigue contain hormones like pregnenolone or DHEA, which can disrupt the body's natural hormone balance and should not be taken without medical supervision. So the scientific consensus is clear. Adrenal fatigue is not a recognized medical condition, and the idea that chronic stress exhausts the adrenal glands is not supported by rigorous research. However, the symptoms people do experience are very, very real and can be often traced to other medical or psychological conditions. If in doubt, seek a medical professional for advice. Well, hopefully you got some insight into what adrenal fatigue is all about, and if you got value from this episode, please show your support, like, subscribe, and share with other people who you think might enjoy this episode too. And while you're there, check out this other video right here.